Hi folks, I'm going to run down a bunch of information and we'll give you some views of the stuff to see around the area as well. This is Fish Creek Campground on the west side of Glacier National Park, and you can make reservations for this campground. There are 4 loops. This is the B loop. Site B40 here has a little extra privacy with that path next to it that leads straight to Lake McDonald, just a few hundred yards away. There are pay showers, but they're only in the A loop, and there is no parking by the showers, so you have to walk, which could be a considerable distance. Sorry I don't have a view of the showers. Because of the parking, we ended up getting ours elsewhere and just using washcloths while we were here. There are other reservable campgrounds in the park on the east side, and a number of walking campgrounds, but those are really tough to get sites in the high season. And there's a fire ring, and oh, it sure is beautiful. Very dense forest. We're here July 15th. It's 86 degrees. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just beautiful. Coming in on a Sunday was good. The line was not too long to get in. Now in Glacier, apparently it's still okay to just store all your stuff in your car, which we do, but they do have these communal bear boxes, about 1 for every 5 or 6 campsites. And this one is by the restroom. So there's a few of them by campsites. I'd say there's 1 for every 5 or 6 campsites. Dumpster and recycling here, but no glass and no plastic anywhere around here. Well, pretty cool. Campsite is right there by Roxana. There's a dumpster. And here's a restroom. And just for Hot Mountain, we'll show you what's inside. Looks like a pretty normal flush toilets and everything. Not very bright. But yeah, regular restroom. Here's the little path leading down. So we came about 100 yards down a little trail from the campsite and across the way. And here's the lake. Let's go check it out. So this is some sort of a ranger's boathouse. There's the ranger boat. And this is our lake for the next 2 nights. And then we go into the back country, and then we come back and spend another night here at this lake. Oh wow, so this is Lake McDonald at Fish Creek Campground. And look out there. And the lake goes a lot of miles around that bend. Several miles, whatever, I guess that's to the east. What do you think, Roxana? Pretty excellent. And even though we don't super need it in the campground, I got my bear spray ready to go. Getting used to having it on me. Back at Fish Creek Campground for 1 more night, and this time we're in the C loop. There's site C119. Can't really see it from here, but in this loop the lake is right down there. Our campsite is just around the bend, and this is the lake access right over here. The sites along the lake have sort of a view of it, but it's still, there's a lot of trees. It's a very thick forest. But we're real close to the lake. Well, nice forested campground. But if you want a site here, 6 months in advance to the day to get a good site. Within a week they're all taken up. 6 months in advance. Like a lot of large campgrounds, you are right on top of the other people, but that's to be expected, especially in a crowded national park. It is a little bit far from Apgar's, 2.5 miles, so you have to worry about, if you want to use the shuttles, you have to get to Apgar first. But that's not that hard to deal with. It's nice to have a site in advance. And I guess that's about all we can show you. Yeah, this is our last night in the park. We're going to enjoy it. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope you got the information you needed. Okay, now that we've got the information, let's take a quick walk around the little connector trail here. I noticed not many people in the campground are walking around with bear spray, but really the bears do show up in the campgrounds. And I'm about to walk on the trail a little bit, so I'm carrying mine. It's getting kind of late, and I've hiked in the neighborhood of 38 miles in the last 4 days, so I'm not going to go very far, but I'm going to take a real quick look up here. You might notice some social trails like this one. They are sort of blocked off. You're really not supposed to use them. There's the one main trail to the water, and that's it. Otherwise you're cutting through somebody's campsite and you're just trampling vegetation, so it's not that hard to walk over there to the main. Plus that's where the best beach is anyway. I'm sure there'll be more little water accesses along the trail here if you walk the trail. So Lake McDonald Trail, not a whole lot to see. That's why I'm just going to have this be part of the campground video. There seem to be a lot of 5 to 7 mile long thin finger lakes around here. I guess that's the way the glacier cut through the mountains or something. Nice thick forest on the left. And here's another little side trail to the lake. So there's lots of real trails to the lake. There'll be trails to the lake along this Lake McDonald Trail. It's just the ones in between the campsites to cut shortcuts that those are the ones you want to avoid. Super nice. Apgar Village and Lodge is down there. Lake McDonald Lodge and all that stuff is a couple miles to our left across the road there. The road is right along the water there. That's going to the Sun Road, the main road through the park. The only road through the park. Here's a little regrowing burned area. And the trail just keeps going forward for all the way to the end of the lake just about. There's another spur trail. Definitely one of the less exciting trails in the park, but if you're in Fish Creek Campground and have any time at all, definitely worth a quick stroll around. Well, just a quick look. Well, thanks for checking it out. See you soon.